Demo. This is something that I absolutely love. We're taught to butterfly a car, open up the hood, the trunk, the doors. I never personally did that. And you're thinking, damn, I did part of that. So I'll never forget, it was my first or second month in the car business working at Oxmoor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. One of the people that work for the brand came there, like the guy that does training, you know what I mean probably, and he was like, the best walk around, I'll give you $100 and I'll buy your lunch. Like, all right, cool. Or it was something, I don't remember. It was a couple things that he did. And I was brand new, and I know that I don't butterfly cars. I just never really thought of it, and I'll teach you the way that I did it, and you can do whatever you want to. But I remember I was one of the last few people to go, and all of these people just start talking about all of these, like, everything about the car. And I'm thinking to myself that you don't even know what the customer really wants. Like, too much talking is not a good thing. You can talk past a sale. You can bore prospects to death and then they want to leave. You wasted their time. That is a real thing. So what I did, and I always did it this way, I never propped up, I got tongue-tied, the hood. Unless it's like a fast car where they want to see the engine. If that's, then show it. But for the most part, if it's an average car, the hood stays down. I do open the doors and I do open the hatch. And my process was always, I would literally do that, and then I would stay, my hands would be behind my back, and I'd be smiling. And I would always want to know where the customer went first. The reason why I wanted to know that is because that's what's important to them. Meaning, if they, let's just say they look in the back seat, and they are just kind of looking, and they're probably thinking about space. They might have kids. They're thinking about just like space. Let's say they're looking at the trunk first. They're going to be putting things in the trunk. They're thinking, what all can I fit back here? Trunk space is important to them. If they get in the front seat and they're like wiggling, like they're thinking about comfort. If they just jump right in there, don't do that, and they're playing with buttons, they're more interested in technology. We live in an era where a lot of people, customers know what features are on a car before they even get there, for the most part. So I did it very different. Like, he started looking at things and I just stayed around, hands behind my back, smiling. And I'm basically like a waiter at this point. And they will look up at you and they'll let you know, like, yeah, I'm ready. And at that point, they're either going to go on a test drive, like ready to take it for a spin, or they're going to be like, and then I'm going to show them features about what's important to them, what they actually looked at. So I remember going back to Oxmoor Chrysler where he was looking at features, and then I tailored my presentation to what he looked at. And he was like, I've never seen it done that way, but you know what? I love it. And I won it that month. So the point is, don't talk past the sale. Don't just start talking about all of this stuff, the features on the car, if you don't know what really excites your customer. That's why I love the fact-finding aspect. That's why when you ask good questions during that part, you already know how to tailor a presentation. You should know how far they drive every day to work, because if they drive 50 minutes, comfort's going to be very important. It might be adaptive cruise control that you can now point out during those long test drives. So your fact finding is telling you how to tailor this part of the presentation, meaning the demo of that specific vehicle. So all of this kind of ties into one another. So right now, going out there when you're doing the demo, do the butterfly. If you want to pop open the hood, pop open the hood. And just sit back, hands behind your back, smiling, and just see where the prospect goes. And then when they are done, what's going to happen is they'll look up at you and they're either going to be like, you ready for a test drive? Absolutely. I'm going to get your license, and then I'm going to go, and I already got their number. I'm going to get your license, and then I'm going to go actually get the keys to this vehicle. We'll take it for a drive. So you have to, and I repeat, you have to tailor your presentation, your demo, to what the prospect really wants. Because my mentor called it diarrhea of the mouth. Don't just keep talking just to talk. You don't know what really motivates these people unless you've asked the proper questions. So my demo was different. You do your demo how you want to, but I promise you this much. By doing the correct demo, you can get these people a lot more excited. Plus, it'll save time, and you're going to set yourself up for the next stage. Have a great day. God bless. Believe in yourself, because I do.